Okay, here we go. This is a quadratic equation we're trying to find here. Okay, we're trying to find the explicit formula for the quadratic equation. And remember, a quadratic equation looks like this: ax squared plus bx plus c. So we are charged with finding a, b, and c. The good news is you're already staring at one of them, right? This is the best news. You know that the constant value right here, the c at the end, is whenever you have f of 0, whatever that is equal to. And you can see that right here. This is f of 0, and that's equal to negative 10. So negative 10 goes right there. Boom. So far we've got this now. Let's do green. It's now evolved into ax squared plus bx plus, oops, sorry, minus 10. Yay. Okay, now the other part of this whole thing is we got to look for the second difference. Now, last year you guys talked about the first difference, but now I'm talking to you guys about the second difference. Let me see if I can't move something out of the way real quick. There we go. Move that down here a little bit. And let's see. So here I'm going to, whoops. Here we're going to start off looking at the first differences. I'm going to call them first differences, first diff. And all you got to do is say 10, negative 10, plus what would give me negative 11? Well, you'd say, well, it's getting more negative, so it's negative 1. I'd say, good job. So negative 11 plus what gives me negative 10? Well, now it's actually getting bigger. It's getting less negative. So you must have added 1. And say, good job. And keep doing this over and over again. Negative 10 plus what gives me negative 7? You'd say, oh, I have to add 3. Okay. Negative 7 plus what gives me negative 2? And you'd say, oh, you have to add 5. That's right, because it's getting less negative. You must be moving forward. And finally, negative 2 plus what gives me negative, or gives me positive 5? And you'd say that's plus 7. Let's say, perfect. Those are your first differences. Notice we don't know what's going on here, and that's okay. So now we're going to look for our second differences. So we just extend that. Second differences. And we do it all over again. We say, okay, you started at negative 1. What did you add to negative 1 to get positive 1? You're going to say, well, you got more positive by 2, so positive 2. Negative, or sorry, positive 1. What did you add to get to positive 3? Well, positive 2. How about 3? 3 plus 2 gives me 5. Perfect. 5 plus 2 gives me 7. And so long as these second differences are constant, you're getting the same number over and over again. That means, so if second differences are all the same, then we know it is quadratic. Quadratic. Oh, okay, I can spell quadratic. All right. So here's the cool thing, though. Once you know what that second difference is, which is 2, you practically have A now. A, this, A is always going to be equal to whatever your second difference was divided by 2. So A, in this case, is equal to 1, right? It's always divided by 2. It's always, always, always take whatever numbers right here and you divide it by 2 and you get A. So let's recap here for a second. Now our formula looks like this. F of x is equal to 1 x squared plus bx minus 10. So all we're missing is b. All right. All right, so now check this out. How do we find B? Well, we have enough information. I'm going to go ahead and pick any two X's and Y's I want. So I'm going to pick, say, 1 and -7. I'm going to let X equal 1, and then Y has to be equal to -7. So I'm going to plug that into our formula. Wherever I see f of x, which is, your y, that's going to be -7. Wherever I see an x, I'm going to put in a 1. So 1 times 1 squared plus b times 1 minus 10. Look at that. If I simplify this just a little bit, -7, 1 times 1 times 1, that's all 1. B times 1 is just b. Look, I could totally solve for b. I can combine these two terms. That's going to be what? B minus 9. And then I can add 9 to the other side, which is going to be 2. And I finally have my entire answer now. F of x is equal to 1x squared plus 2x minus 10. This is the explicit formula for that data over there. We nailed it. All right. So remember a couple of little quick details. Remember this piece right here. Half of the second difference is going to be your A, right? And this piece right here, this is going to help us find our C, right? Wherever X is 0, this must be the C. And everything else is just plug in what you know, solve for B. You're done. All right, guys, good luck.